y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One and my old barn door, and I have some new journals to share with y'all. I will have these in my shop. When you see this video, they'll be in the shop and available for you to run and grab them. I made some floral themed journals, and I thought they would be great for Mother's Day gifts or something like that. But I've just been kind of in the mood for spring, and so I'm ready for spring and the warm weather. You'll have to excuse me because with that comes allergies, and I have some terrible allergy stuff going on. Got some congestion in my head and my chest, and I'm telling you, I tell my husband I'm allergic to the state of Tennessee because I never had problems with allergies until I moved here. So anyways, I'm not going to make this a super long video. I'm just going to do quick flip throughs of each of these journals, so that you can see what kind of journals that you can go and grab in my Etsy shop. And if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them below. So let's just go ahead and do some quick flip throughs, and I'll show you what I have in the shop for you. I'm also working on some packs of goodies so that you can grab to use in your journals, and I'm hoping that I'll have those done in the next day or so. Again, I am fighting all this allergy stuff and congestion in my chest, so I'm just trying to get past that and work as much as possible while I'm not feeling good. So anyways, the first journal, this is a repurposed book, and it's 2 signatures. I don't remember how many pages. I'll try to put that in the Etsy listing so that you'll have that information. But I just put a very pretty little what do they call this? A book plate on here, and I put a little tab on that so you can take it out and you can turn it to the other side if you want to, and that way you can put a word or you can put your name on it or whatever. It's got this gorgeous laces here on the spine, and then on the back side I just did a little simple collage with some lace running down through there. Okay, so I'm going to do quick flip throughs so that hopefully the video won't be super long. In the front here you have a pocket, and I just put pretty little card and envelope in there to show you that that's a pocket. Lots of laces sewn to the edges of this one. Okay, and then lots of pages that have florals or birds or butterflies, things like that. I love the old ads, so I love adding those in. This one folds open, and then on the back side it's a pocket. And in this pocket, I've stuffed in some butterflies and some vintage pieces and some journaling pieces. Vintage wallpaper, one of my scripture cards, some stationery, because, you know, I'm obsessed with stationery. It's a vintage Sears catalog page. I love this. It's children's writing paper, but it's you can fill the lines, so super cool. You have one of my fabric belly bands here, and then this cute little booklet that opens up, and then there's a pocket here. You have the little notebook inside for extra journaling, and then you have a little pocket here, and then it's a pocket here as well. I had a sweet friend who sent this to me as a gift, and I thought it would be perfect to go into one of these floral journals, because it just matches the theme perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to try and slow down on my talking, partly so that I can shorten the video as much as possible, and partly because, you know, fighting these allergies has makes it a little harder to talk. Okay, that folds open. Lots and lots of different pages in here. A lot of them are vintage pages. You have a cluster there. Children's writing paper. This is vintage wallpaper. Added some stickers. I try to put a lot of lined papers and, you know, blank papers or, you know, plain papers so that you can have plenty of room for journaling. There's a pocket here. Whoops. Why am I stuck? Okay, so you have a little journaling card there, one of my scripture cards. I made these cute little shaker tags to go in all of these journals. And then these are some of those tags that I made from my 6x6 paper pads. And I have some videos that will be coming up soon to show you how to do those and how to mass make tags from your 6x6 pads. There's a scripture card, and then there's one of those sweet carousel cards. It's a postcard on the back that my friend Marcy sent to me. Okay, you have one of my snippet pockets here, and I've just tucked some goodies in here, some journaling cards and some tags, and a scripture card in there as well. Scripture card there, tucked under a little collage or cluster. I love these floral book pages. I think they're so pretty, and I absolutely love these vintage ads, so I like adding those throughout the book. Have a little tuck here with some extra journaling and a guest check and a little card and envelope to play with in your journal. Again, these floral book pages, and this is a 2 signature journal. Have some sticky notes, and then on this side you have a bag pocket with a card and envelope tucked in there. And then up here I just put you some extra pieces of the papers that I used throughout the journal for you to play with and decorate with in your journal. This was an Ideals book page, and it says Thanksgiving, but I love the colors. Those colors look like spring to me, so I figure, you know, you can put something over this so that it looks like, you know, something is framed on that page. Scripture card there. And then on this one, I did the stamp edging, the vintage stamps. There's your scripture card there. And then you have some lined memo sheets here, and this is from my scripture card printable. Some washi. This is one of my mixed media envelopes. There's nothing inside the envelope because I like to leave them empty so you can put your goodies in there. And then a scripture card there. Have a little tuck here, and I probably shouldn't take that loose because I paper clipped it to the little tuck so that it wouldn't fall out. But you have some lined paper and a little vintage plain card in there. This is one of my fabric pockets, and I put a little ball pin on there with, these are very vintage little yo-yos, and they're beautiful. They have wonderful fabrics. And then I've just stuffed the pocket with some vintage goodies for you. One of my scripture cards, and then another one of those shaker tags. Plenty of places to write in the journal. You have a little vintage puppy dog playing card there, and then one of the scripture cards from my printable. Again, you can, you know, put something in the center there. Scripture card in that little tuck there. Love these floral book pages. And then in the back you have a little pocket there with my card. And so that's the first one. Let me grab the next one. The next one, I'll have all the measurements and everything for you too in the Etsy listing. But the next one, I just did a collage of different pieces here. This is the original book cover. It's a repurposed book. And inside this little square were the words and I guess the title of the book. And so I just wanted to put a little collage here. So you have the corrugated cardboard that I used ink sprays on and made it kind of, I don't know if you can see it, shimmery. And then you have the pretty little flower here and the cheesecloth. And then on the spine, I did the little buttons just to decorate the spine, and then it's tied with this grosgrain ribbon. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick flip through. This one kind of has a bee theme, not it's a loose floral and bees. So we're going to flip quickly. Now this is a card, and I made it into a pocket and just put you some vintage goodies in there. This is an Ideals magazine page. Some of my wonderful paper that Miss Debbie Long made for me. Or she made it and then shared it with me. A couple of tags and journaling cards tucked into this fabric pocket. I have an envelope here. This is another 2 signature journal. You have some memo sheets here. Again with the bee theme. I love the colors there. Here's an envelope to tuck your goodies. I like to leave the envelopes empty so that you can put your goodies in there. This is a beautiful book page that my sweet friend Marcy sent to me, and I thought it would be pretty in these books with the birds and the butterflies. Page tab there. These are greeting cards. I love adding greeting cards into my journals. I have a chenille pocket here, and I put you some stickers there, a couple of my scripture cards. Here is a card, a tag that I made from one of my 6x6 paper packs, and then a vintage playing card in there as well. This is vintage wallpaper. Sorry if I'm kind of quiet. I'm going to try and be a little quieter, simply because my throat's starting to hurt. Okay, you have a scripture card. This is basically, I took a bag and I put a napkin over it, and then I just folded it over to the page, and I made a pocket with a long skinny tag here, and then a couple of goodies tucked into this pocket. You have some vintage goodies down in there as well, tucked into that pocket, and then you have a scripture card there. You have a vintage button card there as well. Chenille snippet pocket here, and you have I put you a doily in there, several journaling cards, and then the scripture card there. This is a beautiful piece of stationery. It's a good thick stationery, and I put it under an altered paper clip. I love the colors on these pages, these book pages. This is an altered paper clip here with a little dangle. Some more of that beautiful paper sent to me from Miss Debbie. Beautiful piece of stationery that I added in there, and then you have a pocket here with a beautiful tag that one of my sweet friends sent to me, and it has a little pocket in the back, so I wanted to share that in the journal. I love these greeting cards. They're so pretty. They have such pretty graphics on them. And there's your shaker card, shaker tag in this journal, tucked under an altered paper clip. Beautiful envelope there. Made a little belly band here with a couple of journaling cards and a little popcorn bag and a scripture card tucked into there. Oops. Trying to flip. I love this. This is from an Ideals magazine. Trying to flip quickly. This is I made a little doily tuck, and you have this little tag here that's held on by this little paper clip, not paper clip, clothespin, and then underneath you have this beautiful card and envelope to play with in your journal, and then on the back side you have a couple of journaling cards there. Envelope made from an Edith Holden book page, and it's tucked underneath an altered paper clip, and then you have the lace on the flap. Made a little pocket here. This is like a little file folder, so you can open it up and journal inside. And then I tucked you some goodies in there to play with in your journal. Another one of those beautiful carousel postcards sent to me from my sweet friend. And then you have one of those tags here and a scripture card, altered paper clip with a ticket underneath and a little tag. And then another little tag under there with the birds and the butterflies. You have a little pocket here, and that one of my sweet friends made for me, and I added in an envelope and a card there. And then you have a little Tim Holtz piece, and then here I created a tag from a flashcard with one of those doilies and just a little snippet of goodies, and then just tied the little organza ribbon at the top. So that just tucks in there. So that's a double pocket. I love this card. I think that's so pretty with the morning glories. I love morning glories. Have a little flip pocket here, and then you have your little shaker tag there, scripture card, and a couple of stationery pieces tucked in for extra journaling. My fingers will cooperate with me today. We'll be doing good. And then you have the end of the book, and I will put one of my cards back here at the end of this one as well. So that's that one. Let me just move on quickly to the next two journals. I'm going to try and talk less through these so that we can get through them more quickly. Let me do this one first because it'll take me less time to go through this one. I love the cover on this one, and I was going to decorate the cover, but I love it. I think, you know, it's a very vintage book. It's from, I think, the early 60s. And I mean, My Big Book of Fairy Stories. I mean, what a wonderful title for your journal. So I did put the corners on each corner, and then on the spine you have the buttons. This is a one signature journal, but this is a large size journal. It measures almost 11 by almost 8. So it's a good size journal. I left the original covers inside the journal just because I thought they were super cute, and it even has a signature there. You can cover that up if you don't like it. I love leaving things like that because to me it adds to the nostalgia. Beautiful papers I used in this journal, and I love these large pieces here that I used from a children's insect, birds, and butterflies book. Cute little card there. You have one of my pockets here that has multi-pockets. You've got several stamps, vintage playing card, some vintage stationery in there, and then some tags back here in the back that I made from those 6x6 pads. So quite a few pockets and quite a few goodies tucked into that pocket there. Vintage stationery here, tucked under an altered an altered paper clip, and then a scripture card. Love these floral book pages. Beautiful little embellishment there my friend Debbie sent to me. Altered paper clip with a journaling card and a scripture card on the back side. Again, love. And you could cut this page up if you want to use the ads. I mean, cut them up and use them in the journal if you want to make something out of them. I just think they're super cute. Snippet pocket here, and I have stuffed this one with lots of goodies. A couple of original pages from the book. Oh, and you know what? I think it's the original. Okay, it's 1974 is the original. Yeah, I knew I left that in there for a reason. So that gives you the original copyright date of the book. And then you have some journaling cards and some scripture cards. One of those doilies. And then one of those little tags that I made from my 6x6 paper pad. You have a sack here. It's got some journaling cards and goodies tucked in there for you. belly band here made out of one of my fabric, quilted fabric pieces. And you have a journaling card, have your little shaker tag there, and then a scripture card and one of those tags that I made from my 6x6 pads. Another one of those beautiful book pages from my sweet friend Marcy, and it has gorgeous images on it. You can cut them up and use them under the altered paper clip there. This is a very vintage children's book. I love the size of this journal. Some vintage wallpaper, and I just doubled it over the page there for you. It's on a altered paper clip, and you have scripture cards on each side. This is the other side of that bag pocket, and then you have goodies inside there as well. Again, I did the stamps down the edge here, and it flips open. And then I did a bag pocket on this side, and you have goodies tucked into both pockets. So in the very back pocket, you have some of those lined purple butterfly memo sheets, and then in this pocket you have a scripture card, one of those tags that I made, and one of those carousel, beautiful carousel postcards. This is one of my mixed media envelopes, and I just tucked it over the page. This is some beautiful, beautiful cardstock paper, but it has the gorgeous flowers and the butterflies on it, so I thought I would just tuck that over the page for added decoration, and you can cut this up and play with it in the journal if you want to. I have a chenille pocket here, and I have things stuck. Oh, I hate when that happens. So you have some little memo sheets here. See if we can get that tucked back in there. And then a couple of scripture cards tucked in. And then a couple of tags that I made with the eyelash trim on there. Vintage workbook page. Vintage, well, it's transmissions, so it's like a car manual. Beautiful, beautiful children's book page. And then, of course, in the back, again, I left the back page just like it was. You know, of course, I made the spine, and then you have my little card there and pocket. So that one's the next one. And the last one, oh, and that one's one signature. And then this one, I just kind of did a little collage on the front cover. I collaged it with paper, and then I used a vintage doily here and a vintage doily here. Put the little flowers and cheesecloth. It has this gorgeous blue gingham on the spine with the lace flowers going down the spine. All of these are hardcover journals, repurposed books. This one's 2 signatures, and we're going to flip quickly. I did not put pockets in the front because I don't know if you can see the pattern of this, but it's like an embossed pattern. And so I wanted to just leave that for whoever gets it to decide, hey, you want to put a pocket there or not. Beautiful Ideals magazine pages, vintage wallpaper, lined pages. These are from the Ideals magazine. I love the colors in this. You have the page tabs. Vintage workbook pages, which I love, and I love the bird pages. You have a bag pocket here with a beautiful beautiful art card there. Is something going on with my focusing? Hopefully not. Hopefully it's focused okay. And then inside the bag, I've put you a couple of vintage, you have one of those large size recipe cards and a game playing card, or playing sheet, score sheet, whatever you want to call it. This is an envelope made from a children's book page that I made. One of my fabric pockets here, and I've stuffed it with goodies. So in the very back you have some stationery. You have your shaker tag in that one, a scripture card, a tag made from my 6x6 paper packs, and then a vintage little, it's like a little mini postcard. Beautiful floral book pages with some memo sheets. This is an Ideals magazine page, but I love how they put the little kids drawing in there. Love all the floral book pages and the bird houses that I was able to find to add into these journals. Stationery there, scripture card there, more bird houses and more florals. And you have your Rita Flip pocket here, a couple of tags, a vintage playing card, and one of my scripture cards. Again, there's that child's drawing. I just think that's so cute. And you have a pocket here, and I've stuffed it with goodies. You have beautiful purple envelope there with the butterflies inside. These were from like a plant book, but they make great tags. You have a vintage postcard. This one is from 1900. I can't tell if it's 8 or 9, not sure. So anyway, then you have a beautiful tag here that my sweet friend sent me. Then you have this little bag pocket here with a couple of little mason jars and a scripture card. I just kind of stuffed this little pocket with lots of goodies. A little, this is like a little memo pad, and so these pull off and you can use them throughout the journal. Altered paper clip with a journaling card, and then you have a scripture card on the other side with the dangle, and I put some vintage stationery, and the envelope that goes with that stationery is in there as well. This is one of those seed packs, and I just added paper inside the window to give you, for aesthetics, altered paper clip, and the scripture on the back. Vintage wallpaper, and there's the other side of that Ideals magazine page. I love these. They're so bright and cheery with the kids and the birds and the bees and the butterflies. So pretty. This is vintage wallpaper here, and then one of my dyed coffee filters. This is an Ideals magazine page. I have a belly band here. And you just got a couple of journaling cards and a tag and a scripture card in there. Oh, and also, this is super cool. This is like a little folder from a furniture store. It's vintage. I don't know the date on it, but they put the bridge scorecards in there. So I thought that was super cool to add in. And I love the roses on there. Scripture card. And this is an altered paper clip with a little dangle. Scripture card there, and this is an envelope made out of children's book page. I love the purples, and I've kind of got a lot of purples in here. I was just in the mood for purple, I guess. Beautiful, beautiful pocket here with vintage. This is vintage stationery, and it came with a card, an envelope, and the piece of stationery. So I got that tucked down in there, a couple of tags, and then that scripture card tucked in that pocket for you as well. This is a collaged envelope, just like a little junk mail envelope that I collaged on. It has the little window. Scripture card on the back of that. Isn't that pretty? Again, with the ads, because I love them. Altered paper clip here. And you have... oh, I put a card. This is a very vintage card from like the 50s, like a greeting card, and it has writing in it. Uh-oh, my page stuck together. Okay, and then you have a belly band here. Uh-oh, my belly band came loose. That's why it was stuck. I'll fix it. No problem. All right, and then inside you have one of my scripture cards, and then one of my little booklets. I'm going to set this to the side so I know I need to fix that. And there's one of your little shaker tags under an altered paper clip. And then it has, this shaker tag is actually a booklet, so it folds over the page. Then you have the dangles hanging off the paper clip. Love this floral book page. Vintage wallpaper, vintage workbook. This is another one of those bag pockets that I just folded over the page. So underneath you have a beautiful envelope. You got the vintage playing card. You have the stationery that goes with the envelope, and then a large tag. And then on this side you have a skinnier tag, and then a couple of pieces tucked under this really cute, oops, I need to fix that, camera paper clip. And then in the back you have the little pocket with my card and a scripture in it. So those are the journals that I will have in my shop. Once you see this video, you can run over and grab the one that you love. I'm listing them for great prices. Again, they'll make great Mother's Day gifts for mom, and I'll be making more as well. So if you'd like one, let me know. I can see what I can do. I've had a problem with oh no, what is going on with my camera focus? I hope the whole thing wasn't unfocused. I'll check it. I'll double check it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you will. And I hope y'all have a great day. Big hugs.